Yeah, my name is Olufemi Seyi, and I work with Casafina Development Company. I'm the Chief Operating Officer. Well, let me say this without sounding like I'm just unnecessarily hyping. That it made my life easy, and I'm grateful that I got them. And I'm not saying that because I just wanted it to look very good on camera. They've actually saved our lives. So that's how to put it. Yeah, the funny thing is, I can't even remember. I think I saw it online. Is that I saw it online? And I made a call. Coincidentally, I think so. And I think it was William that I spoke with the first time. And that's just under a year ago. I'm first of all going to talk about William as a person, and then I'm going to generally now talk about ProDev as a team. William is what you call a quintessential gentleman, professional to the core. And it was right on point. He understood what we're trying to do, and it wasn't aggressive in terms of pay. Yes, we knew that we're going to make payment, but he differentiated because we spoke with quite a number of people. He differentiated himself by first of all trying to understand what we were trying to do, and then even beyond the scope of recruitment, I was providing suggestions and solutions that would help us move forward a bit. And then to a point where I think we had a conversation around, this CTO as a service or outsourcing as CTO. And it was like, I'll be willing to help if there's anything. So professional. But one thing I generally also like about the entire team is responsiveness and speed. Across all the team, I didn't interact too much with every member of your team, but the meetings, the engagements, and then last thing is even when you are demanding for your money, you guys are usually very nice about it. Like you can send 1 million meals, but those meals feel like, hey, hi, how you doing? That kind of nice sound to it. But so overall, very professional team. I think it's the result. In fact, if you want to recruit anybody IT related, I would rather go with ProDev, because what it does is, you first of all know they're going to respond on time. You know that relatively the people they recommend have been vetted. And so far, virtually all of the people that were recommended via ProDev, they've delivered on your job. So I think maybe because you have a community, I don't know how you guys do it, but at least on point, it reduces recruitment errors for us, particularly because we're not generally like an IT company. We're just trying to set up something. So it was a bit of very good. Even our CTO was actually recommended via ProDev, and he's a fantastic guy. Yeah, I did. I did a bit much more than what I even paid for, because it's one thing for those guys to be good, to have been screened professionally. I don't know, maybe I should be the one asking questions. Do you screen for attitude too? Because good attitude, which is much more important sometimes than technical skill. But yeah. Oh, so how do you screen for attitude? I would love to know how you screen for attitude so I can apply it across other equipment I would do. There's a shift, obviously, because we probably would not have moved this fast if not for ProDev. So he helped us with that timeline. But more importantly, I said something about attitude. I don't know how you do it, but the attitude is good within the team. So it makes it easier for them to work together. But the other shift, which may not necessarily be that positive, is, it makes you very lazy. So you don't think like, oh, we need an IT person who will call ProDev, that kind of stuff. But we also need to learn how to recruit. What if ProDev becomes too expensive for us? Maybe I think you should be out there a bit more. Maybe you should also build a bit of your community. And then the third one, which we had to do ourselves and we're still doing, is if you could do a bit background check, the formal background check. So as you're deploying, you're also dropping that we've done the check on this person. So maybe I would just suggest that, because we had to do that for some of the people that were working with us. Don't waste your time. There's no need to waste your energy. I think it's worth the money. Like the trauma of looking for, you don't need it. And then the fact that if there's a problem, I can ask you to replace within a specified period, it makes my life easier as an employer.